It's day 18, 30 days strengthening your marriage. This is an important day. This is an important topic. Forgiveness brings healing. That's right. If there's no forgiveness, a lot of times there's no healing. I've met with a lot of couples who are stuck, a lot of couples who are frustrated. And in that frustration, they say, we want to restore. We want to get back together. We want to be united. We want to be close. And then we get to the core of the issue, the crux of the issue. Are you willing to forgive each other? And they don't want to forgive each other. And you can't have both. You can't have restoration. You can't have healing and still not have forgiveness. Forgiveness is a daily decision. It's really a decision of the will. Healing can take quite a while. Healing's a process, but forgiveness, you can make that decision to forgive someone, and that's actually an empowering decision. When you don't forgive, it's like a bitterness and a poison, a resentment on the inside. It's almost like putting yourself in a jail and holding the keys. When you forgive someone, you're set free, and ultimately, you're gonna set the other person free. Now, that's easier said than done. For Laurie and I, there's been nights where we try to lie down and go to bed, but I can't fall asleep. And I don't think she's asleep either, because we just know we need to talk. We need to apologize. We need to forgive. One of our goals is that the sun does not go down while there's unforgiveness. And we stayed up late on some nights. It doesn't mean we're going to see everything the exact same way. Sometimes we agree to disagree. But overall, we choose to forgive and let go of revenge, bitterness, resentment. And you can just feel the health that's restored when you truly forgive. You might need to forgive because you haven't forgiven maybe for 10 years, or it's 10 months, or maybe it's just the last 10 hours, but it's always good to forgive. Now, a couple of categories with forgiveness. There might be some things that your spouse, they've done this and it's intentional or hurtful, and it's very clear, it's cut and dry, it's wrong, it's an action that is just brutal. Okay, that's one category. But here's another category that's more frequent, and it's a misunderstanding, it's a miscommunication, it's an assumption, or it has to do with intentions. And I want to encourage you to give your spouse the benefit of the doubt. And there might be two ways of interpreting something. It could be a text or an email when you don't get to hear the tone and see the face. It could be some words that were spoken, or maybe you're looking at body language and the words and the body language don't match up, and you're thinking inside, maybe processing internally, this is either one of two things, and one would be okay, but the other would be terrible. Just assume that the other person has good intentions. Assume the best, and then if it's not the best, you're gonna find that out, but give them the benefit of the doubt, just like you want the same thing. And ask the question for clarification. When you said this, did you mean this or this? That simple pause, ask, check in can clear up so many misunderstandings. And a lot of times in marriage, there's great intentions, but you just can't tell where is it exactly landing. And that's when you check in. So that might help in terms of your forgiveness. Again, that harmony, that peace in marriage that we all want. And forgiveness is not easy. You're gonna feel on the inside like this is not fair, and ultimately it's not. Forgiveness is a gift. You're not saying that what the other person did is okay. You're just extending grace to them, and hopefully they're gonna be gracious to you. But even if they aren't treating you as well as you're treating them, still forgive. And you say, well, it's impossible to forgive. I was stuck. I was sincerely stuck. And this is where faith made a difference in my life. When I realized that God had forgiven me, then I had a new source, and I was able to forgive people that I was never able to before. That's part of my story, but I want to share that with you to encourage you, and that there's hope, and that you truly can forgive everyone fully. And that's when you're going to be most free. That's when your marriage is going to be most healthy.